Welcome back. A lot has changed since my last video. Probably about a month of work has gone into this. I have spent countless hours working through trying to get every little thing that I can think of run into this house. So I'll sort of start with one end and then I'll work from the south end of the house and work towards the centre. So in here, this is what I call bedroom 3. So we've got so all the bricks are also done, and that's the one of the wing walls. In here is a little cavity. So whether or not we end up using that, don't know, but it's nice to know there's a cavity there to be used. So I've tried to put power in as many logical places as I can. So outlets sort of either side of the bed. That's assuming sort of a queen or king size bed. I could have come in, but then we might have been a little bit close, and you never quite know what you're going to do either side. I have some USB outlets for at least one side of the bed in every room. We've got two-way switching as well as a data cable there purely for future possible keypad, for a touch display, which I'll end up mounting either below or to the side, but I can use that just to keep the cables in place. So in this bedroom I've got 3 power points, one on the east wall there. I also have an outlet on the other bedroom that I could bring through if I wanted to, as well as I've done measurements to show where stuff is. So if I don't bring these cables through, they can just stay hiding in this wall, and that'll just be a clean wall. So I could easily cut those in later or leave them there, just here nor there. So all the bedrooms have a smoke detector, and they are hardwired. So I've got cabling all for that. I have a ducted system, so I've got up in the ceiling space here, I've got a grill for that. Got speakers in every room. So just a single speaker that's near the bed, then it can be turned down quite quiet, and each bedroom can just have its nice little music playing, or whole house music. So I've got, in this room I've got 4 lights. They're also two-way to the left-hand side of the bed, and I was going to do one on each side, but realistically a lot of the stuff will be controlled via your phone, so that's the plan long term. This is bedroom 4. So in here for the short term we're going to have our chest freezer in this sort of wardrobe area. So I've got an outlet up high for that on either side, and then I've also got cabling as shown in the previous video going outside. So there's going to be a recessed wall box there that will house the 2 valves as well as the connections to go out to the pump power supply. This here is not two-wayed for this room, but it's just a switching location for exterior lights. I can either switch around the front lights, or I can switch any other combination of lights. So that's the plan with that. In this bedroom in total I've got 5 power points in this bedroom, one on either side of the bed as well, like on the other one. I just do that. I mean, that is quite far apart, but usually you'll have drawers or something, and at least they're out of the way. Like they're pretty inconspicuous. Same with here, got a two-way to the entrance, two-way to the door, so you can switch them on and off at night if you don't want to be on your phone. So everything's electrically wired as it would be normally, but I'm allowing for eventual app control of everything. A high level power point in here. So for the short term, this room will become the storage, hence why there's a slider here. So we'll build a shed later on down the track, and yeah, for now this will be what the current garage is being used. So yeah, that's that plan. And then we have the this is like, what do you call the toilet? So a little vanity going on here, cabling and everything for LED strip lighting. Whether or not I use it, that can be a future project. I've also got cabling for sensors and everything, so I can possibly track humidity and just keep track of all that sort of stuff. So normal standard switching in here, light turns on and off. Bedroom 2. So there's the back of the wall for bedroom 3, and then, yeah, the outlet down there. I have run some data cables to here. Not sure if I'll end up using that, but at least I know where they are. I've marked the walls, so ready to go. And then, yeah, same thing again. This is where the bed would go. Switch onto the left side of the bed. Same with, so two-way to the entry of the bed. So that's that. Same again in here. We've got grills in all the bedrooms and speaker. So aside from bedroom 3, bedroom 2 and 4 I just have 2 down lights and smoke sensors, but bedroom 3 has 4, purely because it's a 3.3 meters wide and 3.8 long, I believe. So yeah, in the hallway here, I've got the return duct for one end, for the south end of the house, so that'll go back to the air handler in the roof space up the other side of the wing. I've also planned for recessed strip lighting, so I've screwed them up in place, but they can jib up to it, remove that, jib the other piece, and then that can go back in to be plastered. And I've run 3-core cabling to each one that's flex, so that can be quite easily worked with. All of the LED stuff is all going to be 24 volt, and then in the wet areas it will be IP 67 or 68 12 volt, because of the shorter runs, and yeah, the loading's not needing as much. This is the main bathroom. Have the vanity light and some fixing there. So outlet beside, so that's outside of the range of the sink. And then I have a outlet below that will be inside the cupboard of the sink unit, so that can also house possible LED strip lighting underneath, depending on what I want to do with it. I've got completely concealed wired towel rail, so I just run flex to all of these, and then in this case I use my hole up in the ceiling to pull the towel rail leg through. So I wanted to completely keep that bare, even though the towel rail itself was IP rated. I didn't want to have any sort of switching or any sort of thing that can get water in behind it anywhere near this, so it's literally just a towel rail there, so that'll be all clean and tidy. I've got strips coming through into the shower recess. Also have infrared heaters. So they're sort of I think they're 250 watt heaters. Not sure if I'll go with 1 or 2, so I've sort of got a plan for that a little bit more, but at this stage you've got 2 there. Got the ceiling access panel here, and then so that's basically the hallway. So bedroom 4, bedroom 3, bedroom 2, LED strip down there, bathroom to the right, and then toilet also to the right. So that's that, and then in here I've got two-way switching that does both of that. So yeah, that's the south wing of the house. I'll show you so we've got the scullery / pantry. So I've got an outlet here, here, and here, so 3 outlets. I am contemplating running another cable down below bench. So I'm not sure quite what I'll do there. I could come off the back of here if I have to. Just a single switch in here. Got humidity sensing and smoke, a heat detector. So from my understanding with the rules of the smoke sensors and heat, is that any room that has a door that blocks off a heat source needs to have a heat detector in it. So there's nothing really particularly going in there that would create heat, but if I ever want to do anything in the future, at least it's covered, like toaster catches fire or something like that, it's sorted. Then we have the media room. So at the moment I'm mostly using this just to sort of keep track of all the documents and all my plans and paperwork's in here. This is, I'm going to have got fixing in there for monitor anything like I want to do. I've put measurements of where everything is, so I've taken photos of all of these things, taken photos of every wall of the house, and that will allow me to just go back and have a look and check where something might be. I don't know if a stud seems to be in a weird place, I don't have to go around, I can just check the photos. So that's the plan with that at least. Same again, we've got grill in here. The internal unit is up through here, so that was certainly a mission to get up there and make that all work. But I'm glad it is all working. I've turned it on. She pumps. So yeah, that's the plan with that. This room is not really too much going on aside from where a desk is gonna go. So it'll be my sort of desk here. At least that's the plan for now. We got the switchboard, so got this livened up on Friday, so it's been all inspected and given the okay. I do need to stick something to lock these off properly, but for now I'm the only one in here. This whole space is just going to be ply, so I've got downlight, extract just to keep the temperature down. That will be a sensor. Normal switching in here, and then these will be their 0 to 10 volt variable speeds for all of the fans. So I've run a cable basically to all of the extract fans so I can adjust their speeds. I can either leave them on really slowly, or I can turn them on and off and just have them full bore. So that's the plan with that. Same again with this hallway. I've got 2 downlights, access hatch, the other return grill. So so 2 halves of the house sort of, and then this is return air for all the other areas in here. Laundry, cat door, sink, power point, a couple of little outlets up high. This will be for the washer and dryer. Normal switching in here. I've got a fan in here, I believe. Fan for the laundry. And that will be just up in there. Linen cupboards, nothing too much flash happening there. And then same again, LED strip with a bit of flex, so I can sort that out later. We got ensuite here, so I've run power for the toilet. Now it comes with a plug-in resettable RCD, so at the moment that's just going to house the cable. I might end up deciding if that goes to left or right, or come up with a better solution that's a bit better, a bit tidier. At the moment that's just going to keep the cable coming through the wall, and I can muck around with it later. Same again with the towel rail in here. So I'm using the vanity light flush box to bring the cable for the leg of the towel rail through, so I can join that in there, and that keeps that whole wall clean. Outlet inside of the vanity unit, and then an outlet above and to the left. So that'll keep all that sort of sorted. Same again in here, LED strip above the shower. I was contemplating keeping that running the whole way through, but I feel like it's just keeping the space as one little thing. Same with here, I've got a shower niche LED strip, and then your normal switching in here. Same with a heat light, sorry, not a heat light, I've got, yeah, fan, heat, and light. Then we have walk-in wardrobe. Same again, I've got an outlet spot for the LED strip cabling, so I can decide what I want to do with that later, but it's going to be above the usual height, so obviously if all the shelves and racks come up to here, that keeps it out of the way. Normal switching in here, just got, yeah, one light in the middle. Then we have this is the master bedroom, so run this so I've got a fiber optic HDMI that runs back to where everything else is kept. Data, power, down the bottom, power and data. Very unlikely to probably need the data, everything's sort of Wi-Fi based these days, but it is handy to have that. If I ever need to do HDMI over Ethernet, I can do that. Power point down there, that's just sort of out of the way. This is switching for outside, so it's not a two-way for the room, but it is for switching outside Soffit lights. Power on either side of the bed, as well as I've got potential LED strip stuff happening there as well. If I want to do anything under the bed, I can do something with that. I've got yeah, three-way switching in here, so either side of the bed I can switch the 4 lights in this room, as well as having data either side of the bed, and that can yeah, that can be for a touchpad and do whatever I want to with that. So that's the north end of the house, and now I'll flip it over and I'll show you this way. So yeah, there's a beautiful day. Can't see much out there. She's certainly trying to rain. Yeah. We got one grill up here, so that's one side of the lounge, and then another side. Main sort of feature, I guess, is that view. We have so I've put heaps of ply and timber in for a big TV mount. So the TV mount I've got can handle, I think, a 90-inch TV or so. So even though I've only got a 65, at least it's prepared for everything. I've got 4 Cat 6. I've got 2 or 3 Cat 6A, the top and the bottom, as well as fiber optic HDMI. So 2 of those to there and 1 of them down to here. Center speaker there on the right and the left. I've got speaker cables, and I run them vertically, so if I ever want to do in-wall speakers, I can cut out there and just hide them in the wall, but for now I'm just using a system that I purchased years ago. Speaker cables down there if you want to do anything with a sub. Same with up there. In these corners I have it set up so I can power up high, but I've also got cabling for sensors, so I can do anything with that, like a presence sensor or some motion sensing. So I have pre-line inspection booked for Tuesday, and jib is also coming next week, so that's the plan with that. Everything I've just put on surface sockets, so that makes it really easy. I can plug and play all the lights. I've needed to put in, there's this steel basically section that houses the range hood duct. That is fuel for the bracing element that's required for a diaphragm ceiling. Island, and kitchen just there. So this is a electronic front door, so that can I can lock that remotely. That is the inside of the house. Now I will show you just a quick tour outside. Just go this way. The rain's starting to cause a little bit of, starting to get all the So all the weatherboard's on, and all of the brick is on, as you can see. So I'll just show you right round the whole house. So here we go. Yeah, This is the south wall. That's sort of the west wall. It's not quite south, but it's sort of how I reference everything. Keeps it easy to keep track of. And then we have the east, sort of northeast wall. So yeah, the east wall. So this weatherboard will get painted black. All the feet are done. So all that through there, it's all done now. And I have cut out the holes. I've got to do a little bit more with some of them. Also put surface sockets on those so I can change those out very easily in the future. I've got cabling, yeah, coming through here, so for speaker and for LED lights outside. Yeah, so that's all of that sort of looking pretty tidy. A couple outlets as I've shown in the past. And then around this side is, yeah, the outdoor unit for aircon. Still have to just tidy this up, so I'll just try to think of the best solution. I can either do like a cobra clamp and then have a little bit of pipe coming down, or I'll just do an elbow and have that going straight into the gully trap. Normally you just run it anywhere, but I've decided to run it to there, so just when it's summer, it will keep that nice and topped up, which is good. Starting to get rid of all of the rubbish that's built up. Scaffold is going next week also. What I'm doing inside, I can just clean up the outside as well. So there's a lot of rambling, almost short of breath. Anyways, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. There's a little bit more to do in regards to the wiring and stuff, but it's certainly coming along. Yeah, probably got another few more days just to tidy up the last little bits, but I'm super happy with where it is at the moment. And then possibly a little bit more nogging, sort of planning on doing some fixings for wardrobes and stuff, so sort of working through the design of how we want to do our wardrobes. I don't want to just waste ply, but I do want to put ply in certain places, or put fixings in certain places, just to make that really easy. You don't have to worry about stuff falling off the walls, or only having this one and this one to fix to. Cheers for watching, and if you like these videos and get a little bit of value out of them, please like and subscribe. I will continue to be putting out the same. I will continue to put out, sort of the whole process of this, and even beyond when it's sort of practical completion. So yeah, there's a lot of little technical stuff that's going on, and I can start diving a bit more in depth into those items. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to get the bulk of the work done. Anyway, thank you for watching.